Welcome to the Consumer Training module of iVerify Insurance. In this particular module, we will see how you can view your contractors and also how you handle any alerts that have come into the system for you. To begin, you will need to log in to https://iverifyinsurance.com. Welcome to the main page of iVerify Insurance. In here, there are two main areas that you will find information. At the top of the screen is Manage Insurance and My Page. Those are the two areas where you will be able to see the contractors that have given you viewing rights. The first step you will need in order to see your contractors is to contact them and have them give you viewing rights to their insurance information. Once you have that, you can see that their insurance meets, exceeds, or does not meet your insurance requirements. The system will track their information and notify you of any changes or cancellations. To see the contractors that have given you viewing rights, click on Manage Insurance at the top of the screen. This will bring you into a view of all contractors that have given you viewing rights. At the top of the screen, you can search for contractors that have given you viewing rights. Put in either when they gave you the rights, the contractor's name if you know it, the state, city, or zip, any piece of information, and then simply click on the spyglass icon. That will bring you into the contractors. Or just look below and you will see all contractors that have given you rights. In here, you can see that Eric Electric has given you rights. However, their excess liability policy is pending agent information. So that policy will not have the information that you were looking for. However, their general liability and workers' compensation has been filled in. Let's take a look. You click on the type of coverage you would like to see. Once you are on that particular coverage area, you will get to see which insurance company has the coverages, the policy number, the start and end date, and the agency's name and phone number. You will see the various coverage information and if there are any particular endorsements. So if you have any questions, you can certainly contact the agent that put in the information. If there were any other coverages under this type of insurance, you could click on it here. However, they only have the one workers' compensation policy. Now, if you have specific insurance requirements of your contractors and subcontractors, you can state those. Over on the left-hand side of the screen is My Requirements. Click there to bring up the screen where you can fill in what's required to do your particular job. In here, on liability, there's one here set up for general liability for this particular subcontractor. Under your general liability requirements, if you have new requirements, simply click on Add Liability. This will allow you to give it a particular name. You can call it primary liability, excess liability, general liability, auto liability, whatever makes sense to you. Then put in your requirements for the minimum bodily injury and aggregate liability limits. If there are particular coverages you are looking for, make sure that you check those particular coverages so that the system can check to see if your contractors or subcontractors do have those coverages. If there are any particular endorsements that you are looking for in their policy, make sure that you check those as well. When you have completed all of your requirements for the various types of coverage, hit Submit, and that will then be put into the system. All contractors and subcontractors giving you viewing rights to their coverages will have the system match up your requirements with their coverages. Now, if you have requirements special maybe to a project or something other than just standard insurance requirements, you can click on My Special Requirements. On the left-hand side, you select the type of coverage. If you have another type of coverage that you would like to add, give it a name of the type of coverage. A name for this particular requirement is you can have more than one requirement for a particular type of coverage. And if you have a PDF file of maybe a contract or a further explanation of what your special requirements are, you can select Choose File and then upload that file. Otherwise, in the description field, just type in a text message of what that special requirement is. When you have completed that, click Submit. That will then be added into the system, and once again be validated with your contractors and subcontractors. We have one set up already under liability. Let's take a look there. Under liability, we have additional insured. We would like to make sure on the liability policies that we are additional insured. So the policy will provide additional insured status, including products and completed operations. If in my requirements, we want to make sure that our subcontractors, one or all, meet that requirement, you go into My Special Requirements, find that special requirement that you set up under liability, and you can ask it of either a single subcontractor or ask it of all your subcontractors. Once you've asked it, this will then send a message to their insurance agency. The insurance agency will get an alert. They are to answer to either approve it, deny it, or if for some reason they had initially approved it or denied it, they can change that status. This particular one on Eric Electric, we've asked for an additional insured, but unfortunately their insurance agency has rescinded it. Go ahead and say that in order to deal with Eric Electric, you are going to waive that requirement to work with them. Or you can simply ignore this particular requirement and then hit submit. That will allow you to match with Eric Electric since they did not approve the additional insured requirement. Now, if you've gone out and you've asked for special requirements of your contractors or subcontractors, and you're waiting for agent approval or seeing what's been denied or rescinded, you'll have alerts up at the top. When you hover over alerts, you will be able to see what those alerts are. You do have some policies out of compliance, or if you have any special requirements that are also out of compliance, things you've asked for and have not received. Let's take a look at those policies out of compliance. When you go into the policies out of compliance, it will bring you to the My Page section, and it will show you that Eric Electric has some general liability and some excess liability that are out of compliance. You've listed them as required, but the actual is less, or they have no coverage. If that's okay with you, simply hit Ignore and then hit Submit. That will let the system still track their information, but allow you to work together. Otherwise, it'll stay in your system as an alert that they do not have the coverage that you have set up in the system as required. Some can be ignored, some can be rescinded or denied. We could take a look at those by clicking on the left. In this one, this again is showing you that same additional insured that we were looking at earlier. That additional insured was rescinded. That was okay, that Eric Electric did not have it approved. In here, you can dismiss the alert to take that off of the alerts. Any policies with your contractors or subcontractors that will come up within the next 90 days will show under expiring policies. In the Request Center, this will show any requests that are pending here, any pending views. So if you made some requests and we're still waiting for answers, those will show here as well. And you can click on the pending view request. As you can see, this particular consumer doesn't have any at this time. When important things happen, we do alert you to them. Any contractors that make any changes to their policies or any cancellations, those will simply go into the alerts, and you can quickly find anyone that is not meeting up to your requirements. That's what iVerify Insurance is all about. iVerify Insurance, innovative value at an old-fashioned price.